Oh. Okay, strange. I thought I logged... Oh no, that's right. I didn't log off in the, in-room. Okay. So, it's probably pirates is where we last left off, which means that we are going into our first dungeon. I'm hoping that I'm actually on early enough for this. Now it looks like I am completely over-leveled. No, I don't think I don't have a headpiece. So if I put that on, and then pop on the brand new robe. That should do for now. Eek. Dang, I was really hoping there'd be a merchant here. Oh well, time to talk to the Yellow Jacket and get into Sastasha. Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know that the ship seen slipping around the I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra? We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I mean, fair assumption. I've yet to see them myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll keep watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. Sastasha unlocked. No, no. I do apologize, but I was not reading all of that. Alright, so time to sign up. So I can either enter in with a party of NPCs or enter with a party of other players. Let's see how long it's going to take. Well, it claims less than 5 minutes, so if there's a cut here, there's a cut here. But one of the best things is that while you're waiting for a dungeon to pop... Oh! Oh, wow, okay, that is really high up there. I really need to change the location of that. Down there. Oh, that is so much better. Wow, the targeting system in this game really is trash. Oh crap. Well, we got there in the end. was not expecting that. But on the plus side, at least now I get to do my next conjurer quest. Oh, well, goodbye, Captain Madison. Yeah, see what you're doing mechanics of this. Well, the ninja was good. They were all good. I hate that I can only give out one, but I'll give it to the warrior. Okay, speak with Bateron at the Drowning Wench. Okay, and then, yep, like mother, like daughter is up next. I might just check to see if a merchant has a better headpiece for me. Oh, and while I'm here, I may as well do the delivery wiggle thing. Alright, that should stop the annoying sound of getting a letter. You there? Okay, no, in that case I'll just repair my stuff. Oh, outfitter. Okay. Battle gear, please. I guess the cotton coif. Okay. I need to return to the drowning wench, so I should probably just take the ferry. And we get to... Oh, that is ugly, so we're just going to hide that. Nope. Okay, so drowning wench is the Av Castle. Not that way, this way. I also need to go to the inn room and dump off everything that I just received, the glamours. So I might just quickly do that. Oh no, I've not unlocked them yet. Darn it, okay. Oh no, I think that happens. Alright. Let's see what this fine young gentleman has to say. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbour, none the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal, large or small? It matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armour for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavours, sir. And also you, did we ever see this person again? Back then, are ya? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I'll wager. Fishbacks. And here I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or three. 7 hells. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up on your bleeding doorstep. Still sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limpsa, I thank you for shedding some light on the mystery. You've lived up to the reputation, and I couldn't ask for no more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania. Seems the forest folk are in need of a venturer who can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. Yay! So that's going to take me back to Gridania, so I might as well get this one started, so that way there I can then, oh my gosh, my brain is failing me right now. Conjurer quest. I can do the next conjurer quest. Call of the Forest. Baderon has information on a new task. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'd pose any trouble for a venturer as survived as the bedlam in Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mion, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. And a good luck to you too. So back to Mother Mion. Oh my goodness. Yay. Okay, so let's just try to figure out if there's a way to get there. Could do the airship landing. Oh, it's been a while, Mother Mion. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, it's you. 'Tis good to see you again. What's that? Here at Baderon's suggestion, you say? The foul-mouthed rogue sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job, and it turns out to be you. Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? Yes. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Okay. Fire in the gloom. Mion is waiting to brief you on your task. Ready for the briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mion, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good evening to you too, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honour us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Well, if it isn't our very own man for all seasons. You certainly have a knack for appearing when you're most needed. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gilmoran settlement, but oh my goodness, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the Calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the Calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every ilm of our defences in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Dalamud to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear. May the crystal guide you and keep you. Oh, thank you, Mion. Okay, and again, while I'm here, I may as well go and get the next conjurer quest, since it took me so long to level up enough to get it. Isumayan, I have returned. Like mother, like daughter. Brother Isumayan requires your assistance in a matter concerning the young conjurer Sylphie. Welcome. The tales of your deeds reach me even here in the cloistered heart of Stillglade Fane. Glad I am that you have come, for I would ask your assistance in a matter of some delicacy. It concerns, yes, young Sylphie once again. As you no doubt imagine, the recent revelations concerning her mother have sorely troubled the poor child. It appears Sylphie needed some time alone to sort through the whirlwind of emotions which now beset her. She has, in short, fled from the guild. My goodness, girl! Fortunately, a party of conjurers who were dispatched to the South Shroud to investigate another instance of corruption sent word that they have spotted our wayward Sylphie. Considering the importance of their mission, I would not seek to distract the conjurers from their task. Thus, I turn to you to escort Sylphie back here to the guild. You are, I believe, one of the few people whom she will listen. Pray travel to Buscaron's Druthers and speak with Wolfie. She was the conjurer who first chanced upon Sylphie, and will be able to tell you more of how the young lady fares. Okay, so I've got that one there. Oh, and then that one all the way down there. Okay, So, yeah, I'm gonna have to hit up Central Shroud first. And then once I have done that, I can make my way to South Shroud. Okay, and looks like we have arrived. Oh, Oh, maybe they're the group of NPCs that we go in with. Okay, that could explain why I don't remember seeing them. Ah, there you are. Hello. You're Oscar Christie, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the lesser moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Saviour, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. The Tamtara Deepcroft now accessible. Okie dokie. Well, alright, that was surprisingly quick. Oh, thank goodness the machinist has the AoE at this level. You know what? I like to think that I am helping. Okay, what kind of a pull are we going to do here? Oh, wow, okay, yep, I should be paying closer attention to the tank. Thank you, spicy biscuits. Oh, goodness, I am so sorry. Yay! He summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel. Oh. No, but all the times I've done this, for some reason I keep forgetting that is a thing that happens. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. I do love the little fluttering of the ears for the Makote. Okay, well, I guess the pugilist gets it then. Okay, so I've got to report to Mother Mion for this, and thankfully I'm high enough level that I don't need to worry about angering anything, but I do need to hit up the South Shroud, so that is a corner. Well, we meet again. I assume Brother Isumi warned you of the corruption my companions and I have been tasked with purifying here in the South Shroud. The source of this extensive blood is found to the southeast. The shrill, discordant voice of the elementals shriek their dismay in the vicinity of the withered treant. I suggest you give the area a wide berth. Considering the potential dangers, you might imagine how alarmed I was to discover young Sylphie wandering about this part of the Twelves Wood. It seems that her mother, a woman who healed with conjuring but remained untrained by the guild, called this region her home. Sylphie herself had her head buried in some manner of tome, but if she is as sensitive to the elementals' murmurings as I am led to believe, then the din within her mind must be driving her to distraction. Pray speak with the child and see that she is well. I would do so myself if our current duty were not so pressing. We will in fact be setting out any moment. I am thinking that I probably should get the Aether Current here. Hello, Sylphie. I should have known that Wolfie would tattle on me, and Brother Isumi sent you to take me back, didn't he? This is where my mother used to live, you know, right up until she passed on. Folk were grateful for the healing she offered. And this is the journal she used to keep. There's an entry that explains how nature becomes furious when conjurers use their art, how there are always more people wounded in battles when mortals abuse the power that is not theirs to take. My mother refused to draw on nature because she was scared of making it angry. She wouldn't lie about such things, and I want to do what she would have wanted. I'm going to stop using conjuring altogether. I've never heard the voices this mad before. I bet it's because Wolfie and the others are overusing their art. We have to go and stop them. Okay, wonderful. It is taking me near that area. So I can grab the Aether right there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that gave me a bit of a start. gods, it's so loud. Can't you hear it? Nature is shrieking in rage. And now it's started to run, because that makes everything better. There she is. Nope, I need to put that away. I can't believe nature actually helped us. There was nothing scary about it at all. I might still wonder if there really was if it really was safe for conjurers to borrow that power, if I hadn't seen the way you wield it. Nothing could seem more natural. I think it's time I went back to the guild. Well, that's just it, we're not taking the power, we're borrowing it. There are a few things I need to collect first, so please go on ahead without me. Okay, so teleport to Gridania, speak with Mother Mion, and then head to Conjurer's Guild. And then I might put myself into an in room and call it there. Welcome back. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. You've made such a habit of succeeding that it's difficult not to take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she isn't surprised. Bowlord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Oh no. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point, Aver's gone and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. Now that is just rude. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. But to hell's with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing. But you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some party advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? You're carrying a severed head? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avia. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Uldar. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I will be glad to share the details with you. Oh no, I'm so close to leveling. Alright, when I finish this conjurer quest, I will level, which will unlock the next one for me. I'm ever so slowly getting closer and closer to unlocking Regen. Welcome back, and you also, Sylphie. Brother Isumi, I'm sorry I ran away like that. I understand, child. Did you find the answers you sought? Yes, thanks to Oscar. He showed me that nature was nothing to be afraid of. I think I know why my mother refused to call upon its power. She believed the act caused suffering to nature itself. I see. So it was her very love for nature that prevented her from drawing on its strength. Tell me, Sylphie, has the fog of indecision now lifted from your mind? It has, Guildmaster. I understand now why my mother chose the path she did. Full glad am I to hear that, for I must ask of you one more question. Yes, Brother Isumi? When you first witnessed Oscar cleanse the corrupted element, you mentioned hearing voices. How exactly did they sound? The voices, well, they sounded joyful, like a crowd letting out a sudden cheer. I really heard them, I swear. I am sure you did, Sylphie. This is a gift. Conjurers may sense the power of nature and borrow from its strength, but not all can hear its whispers. What you describe are the voices of the elementals. You may very well possess the talent to become a hearer. A hearer? Of course, much relies on your studies of conjuring. You have a natural aptitude, but have thus far lacked commitment. You must not neglect your training, Sylphie. Putting aside such matters for a moment, I am curious to hear about the disturbance you observed in the South Shroud. I assume from the reports I have received that it was of a different magnitude to those which you have previously encountered. Am I correct? This bodes ill. The creatures known as mud pies are not native to the Twelveswood. I wonder what relation this may have to the seemingly ever-increasing frequency of these disturbances. Something beyond the damage wrought by the calamity afflicts the Twelveswood. I shall commune with the elementals and seek to identify this threat. Oscar, Sylvie, I may have need of you both before long. Until then, give yourselves over to the study of our art. Ever shall the earth meet your footfall and the wind guide your path. Okay, so that's not better than the one that I'm currently wearing. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. But these look like they're better, so I might go with the spectacles. And there I am, I've leveled. So 1 second, I just need to put on the spectacles. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure this is when I stop being a conjurer and come over to being a white mage. Yep, there it is. No, wait. That's my cure too. Is it 35 then? In Nature's Embrace, Brother Isumiyan would have you investigate the creeping corruption which threatens the 12 Woods. So I'm just going to accept this, go through the cutscene, and we'll call it there. Ah, your presence here is most welcome. I have another task to which your maturing skills are well suited. Attend me closely. How close? Expansive wounds that ooze corruption have formed throughout the forest. After examining the traces of the sizable disturbance you previously cleansed, I can only conclude that this phenomenon is the work of a malign agent. It must be found swiftly lest the corruption spread, and I would have you assist in the investigation. Guildmaster, you must let me help. Sylphie? Since I got back from the South Shroud, I spent all my time studying the forces of nature. I even sat through one of Hero Nolannor's lectures. The 12's Wood is crying out in pain. My skills are a bit lacking in some areas, but I want to do what I can for the forest. Lacking? Sylvie, you have yet to master a single offensive spell. Without the means to defend yourself, it would be far too dangerous to send you off into the forest alone. He's got a point. As if we don't have enough to worry about without having to worry about you getting your dumb ass involved. And potentially killed. So I am to stay here then? Not necessarily. With your consent, I would have Sylphie accompany you once more. Yeah, sure. It's as if I don't have anything else going on right now, Guildmaster. I do not propose this arrangement solely with her safety in mind. Given the nature of the investigation, it is like that Sylphie's innate talent for hearing will prove as useful to you as your conjurer will to her. There is much you might accomplish together. Sylphie, you are not to approach any sources of corruption without Oscar at your side. Do I make myself clear? And should you chance to encounter the origin of these disturbances, do not initiate a confrontation. Too often you allow your curiosity to overwhelm your good sense. Now go, and may the elementals watch over you. So, if we're not a glorified errand runner, we're just a glorified babysitter. Yes, Guildmaster. Something tells me we should start at Quarry Mill in the South Shroud. Meet me there as soon as you can, and hurry, the corruption is spreading. Alright. Okay, and we are again in this. Oh, it's so beautiful. So, thank you so much for watching. Next time we will pick up with In Nature's Embrace and then Call of the Desert. Which I think I know where that one's leading to. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.